Welcome back to video 2. Now after 2 full days surrounded by crowds, we decided it was time for a change of pace. Now instead of the usual tourist hotspots, we set out to explore places that are a little more off the beaten path. Less crowded, a little underrated, but definitely worth visiting. From the peaceful lone tree at Seoul Olympic Park to the historical charm of Suwon, these spots gave us a totally different side of Korea. Well, good morning from Seoul. As you can see, it's snowing, and honestly, what better way to start the day? We've got a full list of places to explore, so let's kickstart our adventure. So the first stop on our list was none other than Seoul Forest. Now before we got there, we actually made a quick detour that any K-pop fan would appreciate. So we stopped by a shop that sells official K-pop merchandise from SM entertainment groups. Just think about albums, light sticks, posters, you name it, they had it. It was like a mini paradise for any fan, and thankfully no damage were done to my wallet. And after that little moment there, we finally made our way to Seoul Forest Park, ready to embrace some fresh air and scenic vibes.
Wow, strong arms.
Walking through Seoul Forest Park felt incredibly tranquil and peaceful. It's just about the quiet stillness in the air. It almost felt like time slowed down for a bit, and honestly, it was one of those moments where you could just breathe, take it all in, and forget about everything else. After a peaceful stroll through Seoul Forest Park, we headed over to the nearby Seongsu district. It is known for its unique mix of stylish cafes, indie boutiques, and flagship stores, all set against the backdrop of repurposed warehouses and industrial buildings. Now some of the buildings here were just so well decorated, and it honestly blew my mind. Just take a look at these buildings here. At first glance, I swear there was a real person sitting there, but nope. It turns out it's actually a super realistic looking wax figure, I guess. Well, it's always a good idea to follow the locals' footsteps, right? So for lunch, we went with a true Korean comfort dish. It's called the Kongnamul Gukbap, which is soybean sprout soup with rice. And yes, I'll admit it, even as one of the pickiest eaters, this meal totally won me over. It was simple, comforting, and surprisingly satisfying, especially on a chilly day like this. Once we wrapped up lunch, we finally made our way to the Lotte World Tower, which, fun fact though, is the 6th tallest tower in the world. Standing tall at 555 meters is just one of those places that really makes you feel tiny. But since time was tight for that day, we only managed to spend about 30 minutes there, just enough for a quick look around and soak in the views before heading off to our next destination, which is the Lone Tree at Seoul Olympic Park. As we were making our way to the Lone Tree at Seoul Olympic Park, I couldn't help but notice something surreal. The tall buildings in the distance started to disappear into the fog, slowly becoming shadows in the mist. And then, it happened. A few delicate snowflakes began to fall onto my jacket. Yes, it was snowing again. I'm not even kidding, I had been manifesting this moment the whole day, hoping it would snow just as we visit the Lone Tree. And somehow it did, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect, and it was just so magical and unforgettable. Snowing, and as you guys can see, I'm finally here at the Lone Tree. It took us probably at least half an hour to find it, and we are finally here. I love this place, it's just so quiet, and it's my place to find peace, and yeah.
A few moments later.
My bag is all wet. My shoes are all ruined. Oh my god. I'm a huge mess now. Really heavy fog. Lotte Tower just got blocked. Completely blocked. You couldn't even see any part of it. We're now walking to the train station to go to Hongdae, and yeah, it's currently raining now, I guess, instead of snowing. Wow, look at all the high-rise buildings here, still under construction, and wow, that's a lot. Goodbye Olympic Park. It was the best 1.5 hours here, and yep, let's move on to more shopping again. To end off the day, we made our way to the lively Hongdae for some window shopping and to soak in the vibrant nightlife vibes. The streets were buzzing with music and street performances. Now, the most unexpected and honestly most interesting part of our night in Hongdae was stumbling upon a Squid Game themed skincare shop. Yes, you heard that right. And of course, they had a little challenge set up, playing takji just like the one in the show. Naturally, my sister and I gave it a shot, and let's just say we both failed miserably. Now, no matter how hard we threw it, the tiles just would not flip. And I'm convinced that it's all about the angle, precision, and maybe a little bit of luck, which apparently we didn't have that night. Still, it was a super fun and humbling way to end the evening. Today, we're kicking things off at Seoul Station because we're about to board the KTX train from Seoul to Suwon. The journey would take us about maybe half an hour, and it's just a really quick and convenient trip there. Fun fact though, this is actually my first time taking the KTX, so I'm definitely excited to finally experience Korea's famous high-speed rail. Let's go! Now, after about 30 minutes, we finally arrived in Suwon. But before we even had the chance to properly set out to explore, something immediately caught our attention. Well, it caught my sister's eye first.
She found it! And she's cancelling her order now. We're here at Suwon and yeah, we found it. So we came all the way to Hongdae and she wanted to buy Squid Game, this plushie, and it sold out and she ended up buying on what? Shopee. Oh, such a disappointment.
For me, I was instantly drawn to this Krispy Kreme vending machine. Yes, you heard that right. A vending machine selling boxes of original glazed donuts. 6 in a box to be exact. And I kid you not, it was still in the morning, but somehow I had already decided what I'm going to eat for supper tonight. You know, it's just really funny, and honestly, who can resist donuts, right? Especially from Krispy Kreme. Welcome to Suwon. Located just south of Seoul, Suwon is the capital of Gyeonggi Province and is best known for its rich history and stunning architecture. One of the city's biggest highlights is the Hwaseong Fortress, a massive and beautifully preserved fortification built during the late 18th century. Hwaseong Fortress was constructed in the late 18th century by King Jeonjo, mainly for defense but also to create a new political center and to honor his father, Crown Prince Janghon, by housing his remains here. The fortress walls stretch about 5.74 kilometers long, covering an area of 130 hectares, and they beautifully follow the natural topography of the land. Today, Hwaseong Fortress is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so let's do our very best to explore as much of the area as we can, even with the limited time we have.
A few moments later.
Before we officially kicked off our journey, we decided to stop by Lotteria to settle our lunch early first. And of course, me being me, I ate way too full, feeling all proud in the moment. Something I would definitely end up regretting later once the walking marathon began.
Look at the stairs. Oh no.
I'm still surviving. You'll find a momentum.
So I wanted to go up there, but our shoes don't have the proper grip and it's pretty slippery, so we're trying to head down, and bad idea because it's really slippery. And instead of walking on this stone, we are walking on the grass instead. Hey, help, help, help! So tired, and literally I just ate around 11 and we came out here, I literally almost puked, but the view is awesome.
This is the statue of King Jeonjo. Erected in a beautifully landscaped park, this impressive statue stands as a tribute to King Jeonjo's dedication to reform and modernize during his reign in the late 18th century.
Pretending that nothing happened just now, I fell down, slipped and fell down because the stairs was pretty slippery.
Wait!
Thankfully my winter jacket absorbed most of the impact, so my elbow didn't get hurt more. It's like more of my pinky and my palm, my right palm, but everything is okay. Thankfully no one was behind me, so yeah.
After a lot of walking, we eventually found ourselves at a pretty iconic filming site for the drama Lovely Runner. Now, if you're a fan of the drama, you'll probably recognize it instantly. Now, in the drama, the two main characters live right across from each other. And what's even cooler is that the house featured in the show is actually a cafe, while the house directly opposite where the other characters supposedly lived is actually a private residential home. So if you're visiting the place, it's important to be respectful and just admire it from a distance. After about 2 hours of getting wonderfully lost within the fortress walls, we finally made it to Hwaseong Fortress Palace. Now the open square leading to the palace is lined with tile artworks embedded right into the ground. Each of these tiles illustrates key events, cultural moments, and even scenes from the life of King Jeonjo himself. And let me just tell you guys, the artworks on the tiles were honestly so beautiful, and at that point in time I was literally thinking like, am I allowed to be walking over them? Soon, it was time to say goodbye to Hwaseong Fortress, and honestly, I was a little sad because our peaceful time here felt like a quiet escape from the busy city life. But the day wasn't over just yet. we made our way back into modern-day Suwon and headed to our next stop, which is the stunning Starfield Library. Located inside a massive shopping mall, this place is a total contrast to where we just came from, but in the best way possible. From ancient fortress to tall bookshelves and sleek architecture, wow, talk about a shift in scenery. The library spans a total of 4 floors, from the 4th all the way up to the 7th floor in the mall, with its tallest bookshelves reaching a height of 22 meters. That's like staring at a wall of books as tall as a 6-story building. It's seriously impressive.
Guys, it's really cold today. It's -6 degrees right now, but the wind is blowing really strongly, and it feels like it's -12, -11 degrees right now. I'm just so cold. Anyways, we're here at the Hangang River, and yeah, who in their right mind decided to come to this place at -6 degrees with high winds? It's me! I suggested this place.
So I decided to visit Hangang Park because honestly, it's been at least 6 years since I was last there. And I just felt like it was about time to revisit those memories again. But preferably I would not come on a cold and windy day again, so lesson learned this time.
Later.
So in case you're wondering why we're eating in a convenience store, hear me out. So the original plan was to make our own ramyeon and enjoy it by the Hangang River, but you know, in the morning the weather already had other plans. It was just so cold and none of the shops near the river were even open. And yep, definitely not the experience I imagined. There was no cooking of my own instant noodles, no fun selection of side dishes, and none of that cozy riverside vibe I was looking forward to. So just me, a convenience store, and a cup of instant noodles. When you're cold, hungry, and everything else is closed, you make it work. As you can see, today's a pretty laid-back day.
Nope.
We got some shopping done earlier and now we're chilling at a dog cafe in Hongdae. Tonight, we're joined by my sister's friend and we're spending the evening at Winter's Village, a cozy dog cafe that's home to 12 fluffy Samoyeds. They're friendly, playful, and honestly just the cutest snowballs you'll ever meet. The best part of the night was definitely singing our hearts out at Noraebang. Now this is one of those karaoke spots that I've seen all over TikTok and Instagram stories. It is famous for its big open window that faces the street. So while you're inside belting out your favorite tunes, everyone walking by outside can see you in full view.
혜령아, 넌 혹시 이 영상은 보고 있으면 I just want to tell you that 그동안의 추억 너무 고마웠어요. 다음에 또 만나요.
Well, I'll be first to admit, my singing isn't exactly the best, and since I was singing to a copyrighted song, I can't show the whole clip here. But hey, maybe I'll just give you a little sneak peek, just enough to capture the vibe, hopefully. Alright everyone, today's our last full day here in Seoul, which means we're going to seize the day and enjoy every single moment we have left. And today we are going to visit a cafe near the Bukhansan mountain. Now initially we were thinking of climbing the Bukhansan mountain, but we decided to scrap the idea because over the past few days we have been hiking a lot. Our journey to the cafe was nothing short of surreal. Walking through the quiet roads with the surrounding mountains slowly coming into view, I felt this unexpected wave of peace and power. There's just something about being surrounded by nature that really grounds you and lifts you up at the same time. It was one of those moments that made me pause and just take it all in. So we're here at 1-in-1 Jan Cafe and we ordered a chocolate latte and a slice of carrot cake. Now what really makes this place special though is the stunning view of the nearby mountains. With the cozy interior and peaceful scenery outside, it's the ideal spot to unwind. Hi guys, so we're here at Bukhansan National Park and what in the great mind that I had to try and climb this mountain with like my sling bag. Doesn't make sense, but we'll try and see how much we can climb. Rising majestically on the northern edge of Seoul, Bukhansan, also known as the mountain north of the Han River, is a natural fortress of granite peaks, lush forests, and ancient history. Its rugged terrain stretches across more than 80 square kilometers, housing a rich ecosystem of flora and fauna and hidden temples. The mountain has three iconic peaks, Hongdae, Suwon, and Mangwon Market, Each offer their own unique challenges and views. Now, since we started our hike a little bit late in the day, we knew reaching the summit would probably be impossible and tough. So we took it at our own pace, just soaking in the mountain air and just enjoying the views.
Let's go.
I thought it would all be stairs. I didn't expect this rock to suddenly just. It was super quiet, super peaceful, the only sound, birds chirping in the distance, echoing through the trees. We had gained an elevation of about 200 meters, and along the way, we decided to take a break at a hidden temple tucked quietly into the mountainside. And wow, the view from there was absolutely breathtaking. Right across from us, the opposite mountain was still blanketed in snow. Standing that close to such a raw beauty, it honestly nearly brought me to tears. It was one of those moments that makes all the effort, all the steep climbs, and even the sore legs feel completely worth it.
Going down.
After wrapping up our short trek, we made our way to Mangwon Market. Located in the Mapo district, the market is known for its affordable street food, fresh produce, and friendly neighborhood vibes. We settled our dinner at a popular kalguksu stall right inside Mangwon Market. What surprised me the most? The stall was actually featured in several Korean variety shows. Pretty cool, right? and it was time for us to head back to the Seoul area. With our bags now full of snack hauls and skincare loot, we felt pretty accomplished, like the trip was wrapping up on just the right note. And since the city was glowing with light, I thought, why not capture a few night shots of Seoul before calling it a day? So we're back in Myeongdong, and this time around we're trying out something that's been really catching our eye for days: beef cubes. So they're grilled right in front of you with a torch, seasoned to perfection and served piping hot. My luggage is too heavy to even be dragged out. As I reflect on the past few days, there's really only one word that comes to my mind: surreal. This trip wasn't just about taking places off a bucket list. It was about stepping out of my comfort zone, embracing the unknown, and allowing myself just to be present. From the bustling city streets to the quiet mountaintops, every moment felt like a reminder of how much beauty there is when you slow down and truly take it in. Being surrounded by nature, peace, and simplicity after so long was something I didn't even realize I needed. This experience gave me space to breathe, to feel, and to reconnect with parts of myself I've left on pause for too long.